I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil.
Okay, Linda. Come on out.
Halloween, the night he came home.
Welcome to the Coffee House. I'm Curtis.
And I'm Tiffany, and this is our 13 games for Halloween.
This is sort of an informal mini-series that we decided to do this spooky season where we take a look at 13 games that we think you should get to the table. This is not an in-depth review or critique of any of these games. This is not a how to play. We're pretty much just going to give you a basic rundown of how the game plays, things we like, maybe a couple things we're not too keen on, and overall why we think this is a great addition to the spooky season and why you should get it to your table this time of year.
So we have Halloween.
Dun dun dun, because of course.
Absolutely. And we did just see in our local game store that they have a Halloween 2 come out, which we don't have, but I hear it plays very similar to this one.
I think it's identical, just the map is changed. It's the hospital instead of, Haddonfield, the neighborhood. But other than that, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an identical game. It's just a different art, different map, different characters, but the core gameplay is unchanged. That's my understanding.
Yeah, I love this one. It's hidden movement.
Yes.
See?
Why was there a question mark there?
Well, I am always the good guys because I'm not very good at being the bad guys. If you guys know me, you know that.
Can you handle the pressure?
I cannot. So, I feel like I always still lose. I don't think I've won as the good guy.
No, you have. You definitely have. Last game I destroyed y'all, but...
But it's so fun.
Yeah. So, how does this game work? Now that we've got all that out of the way, well...
Your movement is hidden.
Your movement is hidden. So, pretty much, one player is going to be Michael Myers, and everyone else is going to be the survivors. You've got Lori.
This isn't Jason?
Oh, you're funny. You're funny. You've got Lori, you've got Annie, you've got Bob, you've got Loomis, Sheriff Brackett, all the characters from the movie. And your objective is to find Tommy and Lindsay and a key to either the yellow car or the blue car and escape with them in that car. Mm-hmm. I hate to say it, but this is basically a loot check game. And again, I know that usually that's a derogatory term when it comes to gameplay because it's uninteresting. But it works. It's one of those games where you don't mind it so much. I think partially because it plays so quickly. I think another reason is you can search through and burn through the decks fast. And then, of course, there is the whole hidden movement. Michael Myers is going to stab your ass aspect that just keeps the game just tense enough and just interesting enough so that the loot check nature of the game doesn't bother you. So pretty much on your turn, you can do a handful of actions. You can move up to 4 spaces. You can move through windows. You can search the tokens, which you're going to draw a card from the deck, and each search space can be searched twice. You can attack Michael Myers if he is visible and beside you, or you have a ranged weapon. There are certain cards you can play that you can play as an action, and a lot of these actions will allow you to exert yourself, so you're going to take these exertion tokens. And if you max out your exertion, then you have to rest. And every time you rest, you get rid of those exertion tokens, which lets you exert yourself further through the rest of the game. Now, Michael is definitely the more interesting character to play as because you are doing the hidden movement. So you have an entire miniature map on your side that you keep hidden from the other players, and you're going to mark where you're going. And Michael moves a lot. His normal movement, he can move up to 5 spaces. He's got another action where he can go as far as he wants, interrupted in a straight line, as long as he doesn't end his movement, like in character visibility.
He really sneaks up on you.
And of course, he can attack. He can attack through windows. He can attack from behind. Your goal as Michael is just to stab as many people as possible, because depending on player count, you win by killing a certain amount of victims or surviving and the game is still going after a certain number of rounds. So there is a timer to the game as well. You either have 18 or 24 rounds before the game is over. I also think that helps as well, because again, it alleviates the monotony of the kind of loot check system that this game has for it. Yeah. Michael's also got a deck of cards that he can use that give him special abilities as well, as if he wasn't powerful enough. And I think I did forget to mention, each of the characters that the good guys can play as, they do have a unique special ability as well. They have a different hand size limit, they have different health stats, that kind of thing. But in a nutshell, find the keys, find the kids, avoid Michael, or kill him. You can win by killing Michael, but he's got a lot of health, and you're not going to attack him very often, so you really do just kind of want to...
No, you really just want to run from him.
You want to bounce. And that's how the game overall works.
It does look intimidating with all the spaces that you can go into.
It looks very mathematical when you look at the board, because there's just letters and numbers everywhere.
Yeah. But it's easy to navigate, and I was a little worried when we got it out to play, especially when you opened it, and I was like, oh, that's a lot of numbers.
It's super casual.
But it is. It is casual. I don't think it's that long.
No, it's about an hour.
An hour?
It's about an hour.
It's about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a filler. Definitely not a filler, but something you can, I'd say, casually play. Casual is a good word.
Casual is a good word. It's light, but it's not too light. I have a love-hate relationship with hidden movement games. If they're done well, I love hidden movement games, and if they're not done well, I absolutely despise them because they're so freaking boring. This one's well done. You never really have a wasted turn, just based on the way that the board is laid out and the spacing between the search tokens and the walls and the doors and the windows. And again, because you don't know where Michael is, because he's only visible on the board when you actually spot him or he attacks you, you never quite feel safe. And another interesting thing that they have going on with this game is that if you get the minis or even the standees, your facing matters.
Yes.
So once you're done moving or you're done doing the thing, you have to orientate your piece, whether it's a miniature or a standee, in the direction that you want to be facing, because that prevents Michael potentially from being able to sneak up behind you.
Yeah,
so because you don't know where he is, you could position yourself and he was going to sneak up behind you and get you, and now you change your orientation, and as the Michael player, you're like, nope, not going to do that now.
Yeah, one thing I will say that we noticed with at least our copy too, when we played with a couple friends of ours, was that the Michael board does not exactly match this board. So you may think you have a plan, but you really don't, because it's a solid line. There's actually a wall there, so that is just something that we happen to notice.
Yes,
with this.
I forgot. There are a couple misprints between the game board and Michael's board. You can go to BGG and find the corrections on there. I'm sure Trick or Treat probably has the fix on their website as well. But yeah, we did notice that the last time we played, that there were a couple spots where it was like, oh no, you actually can't do that. Another thing to note too, you'll see in my copy, I have the miniatures. Miniatures are a separate purchase. The standard game does come with standees, so just be aware of that as well. Your game is not going to automatically come with the miniatures.
We're just miniature snobs.
I in particular am a miniature snob. But yeah, like this one's fun. You can't have Halloween without Halloween, right? Yeah. So this was obviously a shoe-in on this list. We had to put it on the list. And of course, I wanted to put it, closer to Halloween because, again, it's you got it. You got it, right? I was pleasantly surprised by this. Trick or Treat Studios, their games have been very hit and miss for me as well. If you like hidden movement, this is an exciting, fast-paced hidden movement that really nails the vibe of John Carpenter's Halloween. And I think they did an excellent job, and you definitely need to play it this year.
Yeah, Yeah, I would say if you pick up any, pick up Halloween, because it's Halloween.
It's Halloween. It's easy to find. My local game store always has a copy in stock. I've seen it at like Barnes & Nobles and some of the Books A Million, places like that.
Yeah.
So this is probably one of the easier ones on this list for you to find out there in the wild, in public. A lot of mine are otherwise you're going to have to go to eBay and stuff because we do have a lot of Kickstarter games. But this one's easy to find. It's easy to play. It's easy to teach. I think the rule book is like 8 pages or 10 pages, something like that. You have a handful of actions to remember. It's a loot check, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but it's really tense. Like every time we play it.
Yeah.
Especially if the Michael player knows what they're doing and he's attacking you often. It's an intense game. So this is Halloween from Trick or Treat Studios, and yeah, get on it, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye, guys.
Bye.